Ooh, Fredo.
Hey, yeah, I'm back into the barricade. What I'm doing, counting up money from this year I made. Last year was a different story, but this year I'm paid. Just do 6:30 in the club, I let it ricochet. Extreme rules ain't enough, I put him in a cage. Now it ain't nowhere to hide, you about to catch this fade. Hey, if rap was wrestling, I'm in the Hall of Fame. Playing games better acknowledge me like I'm Roman Reigns. Hey, but you can't see me though. Took a break, now the final boss back with the demon flow. The innovator, I just do the stuff that they ain't seen before. I'm like the Undertaker, a tombstone to put you where you need to go. A match against me and Dog out for showstopper. I'm in the booth with sweet chin music, I'm the showstopper. Like the Midnight Express, I'm on the road rocket. They screaming no mas, I'm old mas, dog, I'm a whole problem. You got the money in the bank, I need the whole profit. Running through my ops like Goldberg, like who gon' stop him? Looking at the clock, it's 3:16, I'ma go spot him. I'ma open up a can of whoop ass like Stone Cold drop. You beating us, the squad like 3D when we teaming up. I got the longest title reign, a real rapper, they know.
Yo, what's happening, gang? What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing tonight? It is the Wrestling and Chill Monday Night Raw review. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy FTW Rock. We got our girl Kayla K Fade. We got our boy Madman Murray. Appreciate you for being a guest tonight. And we have a newcomer. I know. Hey, you guys. No, he's not related to Rolly. All black people with locks don't look alike. Please. All right, we are all not related. All right, that's our boy Floyd Maystorm, man. He is part of Diamond Landing. He will be joining us on Monday night. Rolly had to work tonight, so he does send his regards. But Maystorm, what's happening, baby? How you doing?
What's up, baby? It's going all good my way. Got fired from a job today. They give me more time to wrestle.
You ain't got no job, Tommy. Nah, I'm playing, bro. Nah, but damn, I didn't know that. Hate to hear that. But yeah. All right, cool. For sure. I hear y'all here more time to wrestle. Caleb, Lau, how y'all doing today, man?
Go ahead,
doing good.
All right. Now let's go ahead and get this started. Tired. I feel you. It's a little late, but hey, we here. So yeah, tonight's show is pretty straight to me. I'll give probably like a 3 out of 5. You know what I mean? Nothing too terrible, nothing great, but nothing just horrible at that. Kayla, what would you give Raw tonight? 1 through 5 stars.
Probably around 3.5 stars. I don't think it was as great as last week in terms of in-ring action, but it wasn't terrible.
What you think, man?
Me?
Yeah.
About 3. I'm right there with you.
All right, Floyd, did you watch the whole show?
Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing about a good hot 3.5. I kind of enjoyed it tonight.
Okay.
It was nice.
Okay. For sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Tonight's show was a few spots were a little emotional. This first one also was in my opinion one of the more emotional spots. It was Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn came out and pretty much talked about how him and everything that him and Kevin Owens had been through. Now, for all y'all who don't know, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are in a feud right now because Kevin Owens attacked Sami Zayn recently because Sami Zayn did not help Kevin Owens cheat to win the title from Cody Rhodes. But Sami did come out there and check on him during the match and help him away after the match. But he feels like he didn't do right by. He feels like Sami Zayn should have helped him cheat to win the title. But that's not Sami's MO. At least now it ain't no more. We know back in the day, Sami probably did it. But now, that's not how he's been rocking. But Kevin Owens got mad that Sami was helping Roman Reigns during the Royal Rumble. So it kind of, they're reunited their feud. So with that being said, Sami pretty much demanded a match with Kevin Owens. Adam Pearce is pretty much saying they're gonna have a no sanction match at Elimination Chamber. I think that's okay, but I just personally want them to have an actual real match at WrestleMania. So I hope if they do this at Elimination Chamber, that it leads to some scenario to where they're actually going at it at WrestleMania. Because they should, in my opinion, that'd be one of the more emotional stories and better quality matches at WrestleMania, in my opinion. Kayla, what do you think about this first segment with expanding?
I enjoyed the segment. One thing about Sammy, well, both Sammy and Kevin, is they have the ability to draw emotion. Especially Sammy, like he makes you like just feel for him. I like the fact that they're not dragging it out as well, and that we're getting a match between them at Elimination Chamber. I'm just wondering, being that they're making this match unsanctioned, if they run it back at WrestleMania 41, what type of stipulation do you stick on it then? Because they're amping it up so much now. Maybe like if they, unless if they face each other again. I mean, if they do you amp it up to like a last man standing match? You know, what type of stipulation do you put on it if it's an unsanctioned match now?
I feel you. I agree. I was thinking the same thing. Like if they did do it at WrestleMania, it had to be like a last man standing or like an I quit match. You know, something like that. Or if it's just gonna be a regular match at WrestleMania, they gotta make sure it's like a 5-star match. You know what I mean? Kind of like similar to what they've had before in the indie scene. Lyle, what you think about the first segment with Sammy?
I don't know if it's going to be a WrestleMania match. To me, Michael Cole was off his game a little tonight. It seemed like he slipped quite a few times. And one of the things he ended up saying was, "Oh, they started it in Canada and they're going to finish it in Canada," which made me seem like, okay, that's why they're doing this at Elimination Chamber, because it's in Toronto or it's in Canada. Who knows? Next time they're going to have a big pay-per-view for them to do something like that in Canada. Why would they end their career or whatever they're going to do in their big feud that they've had so many times throughout their careers in Vegas or anywhere in America when they're both Canadian, you know, born, bred, proud, and all that stuff. So I do think Elimination Chamber is fitting for them. I've seen a lot of their feuds. I'm kind of tired of it, but in the same retrospective of this, they're doing a good job the way they've done it this time with the story they've built, the way they've played it with KO, being whiny, being, you know, but now the actually evoking emotion and crying and just seeming so devastated that this is happening, and you feel for both of them. Whether KO, of course, is the dickhead right now, he's the heel, but you still kind of feel for KO. A lot of the stuff he's saying is making sense, begrudgingly. I'm all for it, man. Let's get it done. I am for it. I do want to see it in Elimination Chamber. I do not want to see it at Mania. Since we're seeing it in Elimination Chamber, let's not see it at Mania, personally, in my opinion.
But my thing is, so at Elimination Chamber, it's pretty much just gonna be a fight. It's not gonna be any refs out there. No 1, 2, 3. No quitting.
Yeah.
So it's like they're just gonna fight. Hey, I got no problem with it, but you don't gotta announce it. They could just went out there at Elimination Chamber and be like, "KO, bring you out here." Did they fight right then?
It was to add the drama, bro. It was to add the drama. That's why Adam Pearce came out there like, "No, I'm not going to give you this." So, yeah, you are. No, I'm not. Yeah, come on. I'm not going to leave this ring to. It was to hype it up to fine. You want one? You're not cleared. You're not supposed to wrestle. I'm going to give you one, but it's unsanctioned. That way, whatever happens.
Oh. Yeah, like I get why or whatnot. You know, I just don't personally agree with it, because it's like an unsanctioned match. Anybody can have an unsanctioned match at any time. It don't make sense logically. Sometimes they don't logically do things right. That's just in my opinion. You know, because anybody can go out there and just call out anybody they don't like and have an unsanctioned fight right then and there. You know what I'm saying? But it does add to the drama. So I hope it be good. You know, Floyd, what you think about this first segment with Sammy?
Me personally, I'm kind of tired of seeing them boys in the ring together. They done fought 1,000 times, and like Lyle was saying earlier, I'm thinking they just doing this just because they in Toronto coming up for the chamber. And I also heard Michael Cole say what he said. You know, but that's my whole thing on it. They want to go home, kick each other's ass, send the crowd home happy. You know, I understand that, but just them two together, I'm kind of burnt out on them two. You know, in the ring together. Let me say that. I like both of them, but I'm just tired. I'm tired of seeing them fight. You know, and I know it's gonna be a good match. They always have good matches. They've been having good matches for 20 fucking years. But, you know, I'm kind of burnt out on them.
You're right about that. They've been wrestling each other a long time. Even when they wrestle with each other, they have good matches. So they're safe to put together. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a good match and good
Yeah.
story no matter what with each other. So I guess this is just something they were like. I mean, if they don't, my thing is if they don't have them go against each other at WrestleMania, what story are they gonna go into? There's no
I'll
other
take either
story
one
for
of
neither one of them to go into.
I think this is
Yep.
for one or if not both of them to go ahead and take time off. I don't know. I don't know if either one of them is retiring or taking time off or whatever contract. I have no clue, but it would make sense to me. Another reason why they, start it and end it in Canada. So if KO needs to go out for a while, if Sammy needs to go out for a while for whatever reason, it'd be a good way. An unsanctioned match, there's gonna be some brutal shit happening.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin just signed a new contract. I thought, like maybe like a 5-year
I have no idea.
contract.
I don't keep up on that.
Did.
Okay.
KO did just sign a new contract. Probably about a month, probably about a little over a month ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
How about Sammy?
Yeah, but it's still considered for a break though, especially considering his match with Cody at Royal Rumble. I'd imagine after a match like that, you need some time off.
Something.
Yeah, Sammy kind of regularly gets time off. Like, he gets a week or two here and there. Sometimes you don't see him on TV. He may get rolled off with an injury. Hell, last year he told him he was tired, and they gave him like about 3 weeks off, 3 or 4 weeks off. You know what I mean? So Sammy will take his break. Now he wasn't before, but lately, yeah, Sammy will take his break if he has to. Now KO, that would be a good scenario if he need a break too. Because I don't remember him taking too many breaks. KO's consistently there.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, cool. That's nice. All right, cool. So the next thing that we had on the agenda, we had a little backstage segment with our favorite faction. I'm putting that in quotations and being very sarcastic. The Judgment Day. They had a little segment backstage where they talked about pretty much Liv and Dom was talking about how kind of like how Finn kind of undermines them or whatnot. I think Dom is really getting tired of it. It's gonna be a feud with Dom and Finn, and I can't wait for that because I don't remember, other than his dad, Dom hasn't had any single feud. He had some matches and 2 or 3 weeks talk back and forth with somebody, but not an actual real feud. Well, other than Rhea Ripley, that doesn't even fucking count. But he hasn't had any real feud with any other top male superstar. I think this would be a great way to start off. Whether he wins or loses this feud to Finn Balor, I think it's gonna be a great segue for him to start doing stuff on his own, or even if it's Liv still there or whatever. No matter what, I think it'd be great to do it on his own. Now, personally, I'm gonna pass off to Kayla in just a second. But personally, this is just what I think. You remember back in the day, Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan were in their own little group together. And they said something at that point about breaking down the Judgment Day at one point. I'm just saying, they're in the same faction now, except AJ Styles. But, hey, Finn and Liv, if this is like a whole conspiracy thing, the way they manipulated this whole situation to break the Judgment Day up and break up their family or whatnot. I think it'd be great if they did rope it in like that. That way, maybe then Rhea and Priest could somehow get back in the fold and make them more interesting again, because they're definitely not right now. But I think it'd be kind of cool if they did do that. But like I said, Dom's pretty much tired of Finn. Finn comes in pretty much trying to boss them around again. Hey, y'all need to win y'all matches before we all can be in the Elimination Chamber matches and whatnot. It's pretty much trying to throw his weight around. Caleb, do you got anything about this backstage segment with the Judgment Day?
I feel like, I don't want to use the word dragging, but for lack of a better term, it feels like they are dragging out the breakup of the Judgment Day, which, I'm all for when Triple H does long storm storytelling, but I don't know, it just feels like they're stalling in terms of breaking them up. I mean, you don't have to rush it because it doesn't need to be done correctly, but I'm just ready to see Finn do something else, or if they're gonna go ahead and do the rivalry with Dominic, go ahead and do it. Now, as far as Liv and AJ and Finn maybe becoming a team, I have seen like different people, posting photos online, and showing, how that happened a few years ago. I kind of want to see Finn just on his own again. Like, I want them to bring back the Demon Finn Balor, but maybe put like a spin on it, because I like Finn as a heel. Find a way to make the Demon character work as a heel, and maybe that can reinvent him and give him that push that I feel like he desperately needs. Plus, even though Carlito is hilarious, I'm tired of seeing him play like this comedic role. Like, it's nice every now and then, but I just feel like the guy has done too much in his career for him to just be written off as like a comedy character. So I don't know. I just want to see them kind of move this story along a little bit as far as the Judgment Day as a faction. I like Liv and Dominic together. Sometimes they get on my nerves. Sometimes it's cute, I guess. But yeah, I just wish they would move it along as far as the creative goes.
For sure. Lyle, what you think about this, man? This whole Judgment Day situation, this backstage.
Man, I pretty much would parrot Kayla, to be honest with you. She said very good insights, pretty much exactly what I was thinking. I do feel like they're dragging out the Judgment Day breakup. However, I think it's because they don't have anywhere to put them into the individual stories, because we're so close to Mania and whatnot. So I think they're dragging it out just to get it to Mania. And then after the new season starts, we'll see shortly after that the Judgment Day done with whatever they're doing there. I think personally, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more to say on that. Though she didn't already say.
Lloyd, you got any other insight on this?
I'm thinking Don gonna end up getting a big push out of this whole thing. Once the breakup finally happened, that's what I see. I've been saying that for a while now. So I think once they finally pull the trigger on the breakup, Dom gonna turn face, and then they go he'll be in his Jey Uso role,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And yeah,
I wonder,
as far as them dragging this out, yeah, they kind of dragging it out too. Anyway,
I think they're doing it on purpose. Now they probably have to do it a little longer than expected because of JD's injury. I'm pretty sure the breakup would have had Finn Balor and JD go their separate ways, Liv, Raquel, and Dom go one way, and I'm not 100% sure what they were going to do with Carlito. I know they talked about splitting him up on Judgment Day, but how they didn't know how to do it yet without hurting his image. What's up?
That's one thing I did forget to mention. She made a good point about Carlito and this comedic role. Do people forget like what Carlito used to look like? Then he came back. He's jacked as fuck. Like, the dude is huge. Yeah. He's legitimately the powerhouse of the fucking Judgment Day. It's ridiculous that he never wrestles. Why are you paying him this money? I'm sure he's loving it. He's getting paid good money, getting to travel, and he don't have to do shit but talk about, hey, yo, get this DLC for the video game. You can play as yourself and shit. He gets to be comedic, play video games, and just have fun, man. He's got that R-Truth type contract right now.
I don't think that he should be doing that.
No,
the people who
that's what I'm saying.
The people who they do that to, they eventually let go. They're paying you a lot of money for roles that they don't have to do. That's why Blair Davenport, Boss Man figured out what she got paid, and we're like, whoa, yeah, I'd have let her go too. You ain't really doing much. You know what I mean? Indy Hartwell, you know what I mean? People like that, you getting paid a lot, and we ain't got nothing for you. And you're not making a fuss about not having anything done for you. That means you're comfortable riding around.
They need to do something with Carlito, because again, he can go in the ring still, and because he's got a whole new moveset now, being he's a powerhouse. Come on now, this is the second revival last run for Carlito. He's in his 40s.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's absolutely big as hell, and he looks like he's strong as hell. I'm pretty sure he can do power moves now, like a lot of power moves. Like he's not doing them backflips and front flips and all that type of shit no more. He even said in the interview like 3 days ago they had.
You don't need to.
No.
Nope.
For sure. But yeah, shout out to him, man. Hopefully Carlito, they do something right with him. Like I said, we know they're going to split eventually. Just don't know when. Probably at WrestleMania or something. You know, we'll see what happens. All right, cool. All right, next thing that we had on the agenda, we had the actual one-on-one match between Dom and AJ Styles, and it was a good match. I like this match a lot. This is one of the reasons why I say Dom's gonna be great whenever they put him by himself. Now, what we get championships and stuff, I'm not sure, but I know for a fact whatever run he does go on, it's gonna be a long run. Like he's gonna have either a long face run or a long by himself heel run, and it's gonna be a great one. Like he's gonna put on great matches. Dom, I don't remember since he's been Dirty Dom. I don't remember a single bad match, and that's coming from Dom had the most matches last year, second most. He was right behind Cody Rhodes. It was Cody Rhodes with like 104 or something, and Dom had like 101, some shit like that. It was real close. But Dom at one point, like 2 or 3 months straight, was on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, and doing house shows. Where he had that North American Championship. So like, man, he's been great. He's been great, and I knew this match was going to be good because we all know what AJ Styles is going to do. I think this is AJ Styles as for a first time being back as a Raw wrestler. I think this is the first time ever as a Raw wrestler, to be technical about it. He was always on SmackDown. He wrestled on Raw a few times, but he's been a SmackDown superstar as doing so. Or am I not mistaken?
I think he's been on Raw before. It
might not
but
be.
he has.
Yeah.
Was he?
Champion.
He was a Raw star.
Yes.
Yeah.
That when he first came.
Very possible when he first came in.
His feud with Seth Rollins, he was on Raw.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
He's been on Raw a couple times.
Yeah, I knew he wrestled on there, but I didn't know if he was a Raw superstar at any point in time. But cool. But like I said,
on both brands.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, excited to see them, man. Excited to see the good match between them. It was a great match. Of course, our boy AJ Styles did pick up this win, but like I said, it was a great match. I would give it about 3.5 out of 5. I was extremely entertained. Dominic did his thing. At some point, I really thought Dominic was gonna win at a few points of this match. But like I said, AJ Styles pulled out the win after the match. We had a little interruption from Braun Breaker because last week I guess AJ Styles and Braun Breaker had a little run-in or whatnot. And this is probably leading up to a match at Elimination Chamber or a match at WrestleMania, whichever one. But they had a little Braun Breaker came out there and pretty much went for a spear on who is it again, on AJ Styles, but ended up spearing the hell out of Dom.
Dominique.
And then, he speared the hell out of him. Then afterwards, AJ Styles pretty much kicked him in the face and embarrassed him. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a great little thing that we're going to have, a great little feud, and Dominic may insert himself in that as well. He might as well, because he just got towed down. By the way, they did a little analysis of Speed getting speared too. I show Speed for all you don't know him. He was hurt. He said like the whole next day, he felt like he was gonna die. So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, Mr. Caleb, what can you tell me about this match? What is your opinion on it?
Great match. I honestly thought that either AJ would win by disqualification or that Dom would get like a, no pun intended, a dirty win. So I was surprised to see him win clean, but of course when Braun came out at the end, I could see they were just setting up for a potential AJ Styles versus Braun Breaker match, and of course the Georgia Peach girl in me is excited for that matchup. But I do hope, and I'm sure they will, involve Dominic in some way, if not at Elimination Chamber, then maybe at WrestleMania, because while I don't feel like Dominic necessarily needs the championship right now, because I think he's over enough where, he doesn't need it. I still would like to see his involvement between the two, especially again if they ever get to a point where they break up the Judgment Day. Just seeing Dom work with other talent would be nice. But as far as AJ Styles and Braun, I look forward to seeing that match. Like I said, whether they do it at Elimination Chamber or WrestleMania. But then I also kind of want to see, and I know we'll get to him later, but I also kind of want to see Penta and Braun as well. So it's a lot of potential matchups I think that can come out of this.
Yeah, Penta and Braun would be a fire match. I'm not even sure who will win that because they got this thing where they keep saying Penta hasn't been beat yet, so I don't know how long they're gonna keep that going. But yeah, that would be an absolute fire match. Now I'm not sure when they would give that to us, whether it be Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, or hell, regular Raw. For all we know, we don't really know. But I hope we do see that. Like you said, Dom getting involved would be special too. I think he can put some a real different type of how can I say a different element to the whole Intercontinental situation. It was rumored at one point that Dom was the one that they want to take the title off of Braun Breaker. I'm not sure if they're gonna still do that, but it was rumored at one point. Lyle, what you think about this match and everything?
Great match. There were a couple of false finishes that I thought Dom was about to get into. Like, oh, are they really going to throw Dom into that? Great to see AJ though. Still be AJ Styles. Like the man doesn't age. Good Lord. The shit he can do still is amazing. It's inspiring for me for sure. But as far as Dom goes, I'm said it before, I'll say it again. He's a future world champion. I don't know when. I'm not saying anytime soon at all. But he is a future world champion, definitely. Absolutely, probably pretty soon mid-card champion. If you don't, like y'all are talking, interject himself in some way in the Intercontinental picture and picks it up. I don't see him going on a long run as an Intercontinental or U.S. champion. And I think after he gets that title and then loses it, either one of those, that when we see him come back is when he'll be interjected into the main event scene, the main title, whatever it is, whether it's still Cody or Jay or whoever, and then we'll see. That's when he'll probably get it. I really think that, like I said, future world champion. I've seen him come in since the beginning. To watch him kind of struggle with working with his dad, still learning the ropes to what he can do now, it's amazing. All I need is, for whatever reason, he needs to find a way to get them weights and eat some steaks or something because his physique ain't changed now. That motherfucker, he should be by now, who he travels and trains with, that motherfucker should be blah. Nope. He's just Dom, man. I don't know. His wrestling's gotten on point, right? He's so smooth in the ring. That frog splash is beautiful. The three amigos tonight looked great. Or the two amigos he got cut off. But, I don't know. I'm telling you. Best mullet since Eddie Guerrero. Best mustache since Eddie Guerrero. Not actually since Cody Rhodes' mustache back in the day when it was trending worldwide.
Jesus.
But other than that, I got nothing else to say, man. I'm all for it. Great match.
I'm glad you said that about Dom. I'm gonna bring this up right quick, Lau. You see Dom as a world champion, but you don't see Jey Uso as a world champion. I can't stand you.
I know. I can't give you a really solid, good explanation on it. I've explained it before. There are just some people, some teams that I've always felt like they're tag team. No matter how single they try to go, it's hard for me to just get behind a single. Matt and Jeff Hardy for me as well. It's hard for me to get behind. And I know they both had successful, good singles main event, world title runs in whether it be TNA, WWE, whatever. It's hard for me to, it's y'all are tag team, y'all the Hardy Boys. Y'all are the Usos. Yeah. Y'all are the Young Bucks. It's hard for me to see them as singles competitors. Y'all are the Street Profits. Even though I can definitely see Montez do something if they ever push him. But other than that, I don't know. I don't have a good reason behind it. Other than that's just how I feel.
I feel. Now, one team that I absolutely will forever feel that about it be Motor City Machine Guns. I know Chris was the world champion at one point in TNA, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns are Motor City Machine Guns, no matter what.
Rascals
But,
too. I kind of feel that way about them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would see them being better as singles more than I can see Motor City Machine Gun. But I feel exactly what you're saying. Floyd, what you think about this match with Dom and AJ, man?
I'll give it another solid 3.5 match, if not a 4. Like I say, AJ can make anybody look good, and you know Dom has stepped his game up 1,000% since he started. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, he do need to put a little more meat on the bones, and I damn sure see that single run coming soon for Dom. You know, I see it.
Yeah.
But that's a good match.
Thing about Dom, I kind of think he's pretty strong. Like I said, the people that he goes on the road with and the people that he hang out with, I've seen him in the gym. Yeah. He just don't got a physique. That don't mean he's not strong and I can't lift anybody. He just got no physique. Shoot, I can lift a good amount of people and you wouldn't expect it. But my arms ain't big. Yeah. My shoulders are big. My arms are not big at all. For sure.
Some calories.
I eat a lot.
Calories.
I eat a lot of calories, trust me.
You need more calories and more weights.
Yeah, I hear you. but no, seriously, there's some people just like that. Now, he may do need to change up his diet though, because we all know all he like is chicken tenders. But other than that though, yeah, man. Shout out to Dom and AJ, man. Like I said, great match, and thing between them and Braun Breaker, I'm interested in seeing what happens. Because in reality, it'd be okay to see AJ Styles with the Intercontinental Championship, but let's be honest, he don't need it more than anybody. Dom would need it. Dom would get a good pop from getting it. So, yeah. Shout out to him, man. All right, cool. Before we go to our next topic, we got one thing we got to do right quick. We're going to take a shout out to our sponsors. Yes, sir. Y'all already know what time it is, sponsor time. Y'all, please do me a favor. Please follow our girl, Rev Talk, from the FTW podcast. She has her own site with her own thing, what is called Dating with Rev Talk, where they give singles, couples advice, anything you want to know about dating, please follow her. She's on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you want to know anything about couples advice, trust me, she gonna know it. She gonna know it for sure. So do me a favor and follow her. And remember, the FTW podcast is throwing our own event during Mania. Yes, sir. You see it. FTW Mania. Hey, who was on that front one? That other one? I saw two posters. It looked like Madman was on there. Yeah. Y'all already know what it is. The FTW crew. Some of us are going to be wrestling at the FTW Mania event. Please get your tickets as soon as possible. The tickets are on sale right now. I think $18.25 or $18.75, something like that. So get your tickets early. If you wait till the door, they're gonna be like $25. So please do us a favor and get them early as possible. If you are in Vegas during WrestleMania weekend, after night 1 of WrestleMania, please come and join the gang. Now we're gonna cut out to our sponsor. We'll be right back. Yeah.
Down M13 through Genesee, I-75 is the home for
can be. And as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, a milestone video, a huge video, one that I was talking about a few videos back, a few new figure pickup videos back. We were talking about this right here. It is none other than episode 50 of new figure pickups. It is crazy to think that this YouTube started back up again after so many years of being away. We started back up in June of 2022. Here we are, a little over 2 years later, 50 episodes later of new figure pickups. I told you guys it was going to be a good one. It was going to be a big one. We're going to try to make sure that we don't make this.
Hell yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all already know what it is. Yes, sir. Y'all did see that right. Your boy, the famous battle rapper Tay Rock, will be hosting our event. So please, like I said, bro, just come check us out and see what we got going. If you are in Vegas during WrestleMania weekend. Now, as we said before, let's continue on with the show. So, our next segment that we had our boy Gunther coming out there trolling the hell out of Jey Uso. He pretty much trolled the crowd about hyping on Jey Uso, pretty much saying, y'all the reason why he think he can do something. You know what I mean? I hate y'all get on my nerve, y'all not worthy or nothing or whatnot. You know what I mean? Saying, y'all coming up here, doing all this with him, hyping him up. And then he went so far to go up to Pat McAfee and be like, what's your problem? You up here doing it too. You must want Jay to beat me. And then he like, yeah, I want Jay to beat you or whatnot. We all know how Pat McAfee feel about Jay. Every week, he out there on top of the table with it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yes. Gunther gonna be Gunther. And you know he had to do his thing. And I've already said this, now I mean this to the fullest. Gunther's mic skill from when he first started to now is like 100 times better. Because usually he had Luke with doing all his talking. You know what I mean? He wasn't that good on the mic. But now that he's by himself pretty much, I mean, they're still Imperium, but they pretty much do their own separate things. I like his mic right now. Go out there and be able to troll the whole crowd or whatnot, and, you know, just have them just really engaged in what he's saying, even though they're booing because he's a heel, but that's his job or whatnot. I don't think he'd be able to do that when he first came into WWE. So shout out to Gunther. Not like this, not on this stage or whatnot. So shout out to Gunther. Then Jey Uso had to come out there, right? Because he kept hearing the name. Y'all already know how it is in any movie, in any show, whatever. You keep hearing somebody's name, they're going to pop up. And that's what happened. That boy Jey Uso came out, and a couple security people tried to stop him at the ramp from going to the ring. It looked like he was going to turn around and go back to the back, but then he gave him the little juke, you know what I mean? Got down to the ring, and they got to squabbling. Squabble up. Put your hands up. You talking all this stuff, and you beat me down last week. You know what I mean? Because for y'all who missed it, Gunther tore down Jey Uso last week. So this week, Jay had to get his revenge. I like it. I like it a lot. This is all just building up to the WrestleMania match. So we all know they got a small story of Gunther thinks he's better than everybody, and Jey Uso not being worthy of having this opportunity. Even though he won the Royal Rumble, Gunther feels like he's still now a worthy opponent. So with that being said, Jey has a lot to prove, and Gunther has his dominance to keep intact. I like the choice for Jey Uso to pick Gunther. Like I said last week, this actually gives us a story instead of just a match he just would have had with Cody. So yeah, Miss Kayla K-Face, tell me what you think about this whole interaction with Gunther and Jey Uso tonight.
I love the whole segment. I like the fact that they're adding or building up Gunther's heat. Because personally, of course I like Gunther, but this is a heel versus a very over baby face. So you have to put more heat behind Gunther, I think, than what he has. So having him come through the crowd, kind of trolling Jey, was perfect. I think my only critique was I wish they had played Jey's music. I think that would have really amped up the heat even more if they had just, instead of showing him coming out, if they had played Jey's music first and then Gunther had came out and, was yeeting. I think that would have been just a bit more icing on the cake. And as far as like Jey's, because Jey did have like a segment a little later on when he did his interview with Kathy Kelly, and you could see the emotion in his face, and it puts it into perspective of, and I think Jey is a good wrestler. Of course, he's not as technically sound as Gunther or other talents in the past, but I think it puts it in the perspective of it being ring skill versus hype, and Jey proving that he's more than just this over guy. He really does deserve this title. So it makes me excited for the. I personally, I don't know. I want to see Jey win, but I don't know. I guess we have to wait to see at WrestleMania. But I'm definitely liking the build up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They can't have Jey lose. If they have Jey lose, his whole momentum it's gonna be hard to get it back up. I'm not saying it's gonna completely die, but Jesus Christ, he's lost every single match.
You're gonna send fans home pissed off too.
Yes,
it's Vegas,
including me. If Jey lose, whoever my opponent is at the FTW Mania, you better have a helmet on. That's all I'm saying. And I'm gonna crack somebody in the head. You know what I mean? But Floyd, what you think about this, man?
I like the whole segment too. I was thinking Jey was gonna come out and not Gunther on the table like he did him last week. That's what I was hoping. But he came out. It was a nice segment. I think they're gonna let him win that Mania. You know what I'm saying? They'll go ahead and put it on him. But yeah, it was real good.
Hopefully they have actual plans after he wins the title. That's WWE's problem sometimes. They don't necessarily be having plans for the baby faces after they win. The heel, they always got some type of plan. Somebody else they can beat up on or have a storyline with afterward. But when the baby face wins, I mean, Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston,
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes right now. I mean, they Cody Rhodes doing okay. But, they could have had three more better stories before now. You know what I mean? But typically, they don't have the same buzz because they didn't have nothing planned. Damian Priest, technically he was a heel when he won, but they were treating him as a face. He didn't have nothing else when he won the world title. You know what I'm saying? They fail. They fail with the baby faces a lot. So I just hope they do better with Jey if he does get it. Man, what do you think about it?
I thought it was a great segment. Gunther cooked. He killed it tonight. That was one of his better, just his seamless taunting interaction with the crowd. No, come on, everybody. Let's yeet. Come on,
Yeah.
I mean, it was great. And I loved last week the way he came out, how brutal. Like, we all know Gunther's brutal. Whether you followed him as Walter to now as Gunther, he's always been brutal when he needs to be. But this was a whole different level because there wasn't any cockiness, no taunting, no I'm better than you. It was just now I'm gonna beat this dog shit out of you. I mean, that's the Gunther that I'm like, ooh, if that Gunther shows up at Mania, it's gonna be really hard to convince anybody, even as hot as Jay is right now, hotter than anybody I've seen in a long time, with the crowd at least. It's gonna be hard to convince them that why didn't Jay win? It's gonna be hard to convince, anybody that Gunther shouldn't beat his ass. So the same thing, I do believe Jay's going to win at Mania. They are going to put it on him. I'm not happy about it. Mr. FTW, I believe, told what we were talking about, and he said, look, it's going to make that Gunther's now lost 2 WrestleManias in a row, like 2 titles, 2 WrestleManias in a row. So he's this dominant guy that may lose once or twice a year, but he just can't cut it and win at WrestleMania. Like, so who does that hurt more is my question. I don't know. That's why I'm asking, putting this question out to everybody watching, everybody here. Does it hurt Jay Uso more to lose, or does it hurt Gunther more to lose?
I think I kind of hit on this before when I said, I'm not 100% sure if Jay's gonna win because of that reputation. Like you said, Gunther usually lose once a year, and he's already lost twice this year. Technically, he's count 12 months. He lost to between WrestleMania and this WrestleMania. He lost to Sammy, and then he lost to Cody.
Yep.
I personally thought they were gonna let him beat Cody. Now, I wasn't surprised when Cody won, but I thought they were gonna beat him because, like I said, he don't be losing at all. You know what I mean? Like, there's literally been like 6 people in the whole WWE that's beat Gunther. So that's kind of crazy, knowing he's been there like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
So that's crazy work. But who it hurts more? As much as it would hurt Gunther, he can definitely get back dominant. You know what I mean? And be dominant again for a long period of time and win like the next 3 WrestleManias. If Jay loses right now in this story, and the fact that he keep on losing the actual main events, he's like 2-20 as far as him, his solo main events where he would have won something. Like, he won the Battle Royale for the Andre the Giant thing, and then he just won the Royal Rumble. Other than that, his singles main event things, he always loses. I think it will hurt him more now, especially since he won the Royal Rumble. But y'all turn, y'all say.
I think they didn't set Jay up for success doing him versus Gunther at Saturday Night's Main Event before this, because you already had him lose once.
Stop.
So if he lost again, it's like, what do? You essentially end up dropping the ball because he's over. But how serious can we take him as a character if you have him lose twice? It doesn't look good for Gunther either, but I feel like Gunther has more of the ability to bounce back quicker than Jay will. Like, Jay will still have his fans, but it's like once you get a guy over like that, and you drop the ball, like getting that energy back is going to be very, very difficult, if not impossible.
It'd be like
LA Knight
syndrome when they drop the ball with him.
LA Knight absolutely dropped it.
Yeah.
Sammy too. I know Sammy's still hot, but when he lost to Roman, it certainly went down for sure. But go ahead, Floyd.
I was just agreeing with y'all saying about the momentum. If Jay lose, it's probably be hard for him to shake back.
Yeah, for sure. That was a good question, Lau. I can say this. I'll give you an example. Gunther can come back because Triple H was like 5-10 at WrestleMania. Triple H lost way more WrestleManias than he won, but he's still named as one of the more dominant heels to ever hit. You know what I mean? There's not gonna be another one. So Gunther still can. You feel what I'm saying? Like, him being the big bad person to overcome kind of helps other people. But he got to start winning eventually at WrestleMania. But if he loses this one, it won't hurt him as much as it will for Jay, for sure.
Okay. I agree with you.
Another thing. Did y'all catch Michael Cole? He got the handshake down pat tonight. Y'all caught that?
Oh, yeah. Did he do the handshake?
Yeah. He didn't miss.
He didn't mess it up. You're right. You're right, you really
I
do.
ain't caught that.
So, for sure, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, cool. Nice. Now we're gonna go ahead and hit the next subject. The next thing we have on the agenda, we had Tesla versus Pete Dunne. Can you hear me?
Now I can. You were muffled for a second.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So next thing we have on the agenda, we have Penta versus Pete Dunne. It was a nice match, really great match actually. They were hard hitting. I knew Penta was gonna win, but I'm glad Pete Dunne gave him a real fight. This is the first time it looked like Pete Dunne actually was gonna. I knew he was gonna lose, but for a little bit, Pete Dunne had control of the match. Even when he did a little finger bending thing and stuff, whatnot. I think this is the most tested that Penta advanced since he got to WWE. I'm not sure how you can keep having Pete Dunne lose and have us take him serious anymore. But hey, do your thing, WWE. Is that what you want to keep doing? But yeah, nice match. I really enjoyed it. Penta got the win tonight. I don't know who else he's gonna face next. I don't know if this is gonna be like a continuing thing with him and Pete. I think this is the second time they faced already in WWE. So I don't know. I don't know what else you can keep doing. It's like he's going to get the same few people. I hope it's not a cycle that they keep doing with that. Now Penta, he's gonna make the match look good no matter what. And by the way, the outfit Penta had on tonight, fire outfit. I don't know if it was a theme tonight, but a lot of people had on red. Seth Rollins had on some red tonight too. By the way, Seth Rollins glasses tonight. I usually rag him about the style. But Seth Rollins glasses tonight were fire. And I wish I had some. For sure. Yeah, like I said, match was great.
Tonight. He always wears outrageous shit, but tonight I was like, okay, that's still you, but that looks reasonable. I can understand that. That's all right. That's wrestling. That's sports entertainment. Normally it's like, bro, that's just too much. Like, stop.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah. It's all good, man. He did his thing. Penta, go after Penta and Pete Dunne. Like I said, great match. I hope they found some different opponents, but I really enjoyed this match. Penta got the win, and we'll see what happens. Miss Kayla, what do you think about this match?
It was another good match. It's not really too much I can say about it. I don't think I like Pete Dunne, but I don't know what they're doing with him. I don't think they know what they're doing with him either, to be quite honest. But as someone who more so watches the WWE product than I do AEW, I don't really watch it at all. I mean, I'm aware of what's going on, what news I see online and little clips here and there. But I'm still getting to know Penta as far as like his work and just his stardom. So I'm just enjoying the ride that I'm on. Like every week, like his entrance is fire, his pyro, literally. I enjoy watching him, the Mexican Destroyer. Every time he hits that move, it's killer. So I'm just enjoying getting to know Penta as an in-ring talent right now.
Yes, man. Trust me, you're gonna be entertained. He can work with anybody. I also forgot to mention that Luke Kaiser did come out and pretty much have a little interaction with them, and Penta had to take both of them out at one point. Luke Kaiser, I'm glad that he's getting back involved. I think he wasn't on TV for like a couple of weeks, but I like Lucas a lot. I don't know if this is gonna be like a three-way beef with them. I don't think it should be, because there's only so many matches you can keep on doing with them over and over. But if they did do it though like that, it would be very entertaining, and they should somehow throw in the Intercontinental title with it, in my opinion. So I'm pretty sure all three of these guys would go for it, just like Dom and AJ would. So yeah. Floyd, what you think about it?
I like the match. It was real nice. And like you were saying earlier, Pete Dunne did he did test Penta tonight. I've been watching Penta for a while, man, way back in Lucha Underground. When he was when he was fucking 10 times up, I'm not saying he's watered down right now, but back in Lucha, he was on a different level.
Oof.
And you know, Pete Dunne gave him a damn good match tonight. And I do see that three-way coming. With Kaiser getting involved tonight. It'll be a good match with them three together, I believe. But yeah, damn good match.
Definitely.
And with Pete Dunne, like I say, I think they dropped the ball on him a while back too. You know, when they started calling him Butch.
Yeah, I never liked it. Never liked them three. I don't like how they booked them. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
The group. I like Sheamus and I like Pete. I hate the attire that Pete has. I can't stand the wrestling attire that Pete has. It's just something wrong about it. Like, why would you look in the mirror and say, "Oh yeah, I got that shit on," and go out there and wrestle like that?
You don't normally see people Pete size. Pete's 5'8", 5'9", something like that. $185, maybe 200 on a good day. You know, you don't see people that size wearing singlets. You just that's so normally disturbing. In wrestling, and in real wrestling, or I said real wrestling, in amateur wrestling, I'll say, yeah, of course, that's the uniform. So you see guys of all sizes, all weight classes in that. In WWE, it's even kind of hard to see Julius Creed in one because he's tall and lean. It's usually reserved for bigger guys, Brutus, Otis, Big E. Back in the day, you had Vader, you know, Big Van Vader. You had Typhoon. You had Earthquake. That's the guys you see singlets on. So for Pete, it's like, all right, bro.
It's not really just the singlet. It's the fact that it cuts off like right here. Like, why don't it go? Everybody else got it right there. That's not me right there. I was like, what are you doing?
Hey, Lau, I wear a singlet, man. What you talking about?
Okay. Well, you know, I'm just talking what I'm saying, bro.
Hey, speaking of, don't ever wear that shit again, Floyd. I seen that motherfucker.
There you go, Mr. SPW.
I said the same thing. I told Floyd. I hit him up. I said, well, what the hell you got on? Take that shit off.
Hey, everybody said the same thing, man. Everybody.
All right, Flo. That was a good experiment, Mr. Maystorm, but I think you're gonna have to retire that singlet, brother. Just go ahead.
Yeah.
That man got customized pants and had a singlet on. I was like, oh no, I'm telling Floyd right now. Don't think that thing you're gonna tag with me with that shit on. I'm looking just say, I don't know who he is. He got a different partner.
All right, take that diamond land necklace off for a minute. You gotta go change or something, bro.
And they got goddamn shit. Don't expect me to catch you on no moves or nothing. Jump out here with me. Do that goddamn toupee on me while you got that on. You want to?
Toupee. It's a toupee. A toupee is what you're gonna have on your head in about 15 years. This was
whatever. Whatever. I don't care. Nah, yeah. No, seriously. Pete Dunne's outfit is disturbing. Did you get your opinion?
I don't have a whole lot to say. I agree with all y'all. We can move on.
For sure, man. I just really hate it. But okay, cool. So the next thing that we had on the agenda, we had Miss Roxanne Perez versus Raquel Rodriguez. Nice match. Really nice match. It was actually a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Because I didn't know these certain styles would clash really good because of Roxanne's power and Raquel's power and Roxanne's more finesse. It was a nice match. I really enjoyed it. Now, we did get some a little bit of interference kind of from Liv, and then we had Bianca and Bianca and Naomi come out to save the day pretty much, and that's with that little distraction right there. That was the opening up that Roxanne needed to hit her pop rock move and get the 1, 2, 3 on Raquel. Now, I personally believe she should have hit that move like 2 or 3 times to get Raquel down because she's actually way bigger than Roxanne, and not even by a little bit. She's like twice her height and twice her size or whatnot. But It was a decent match to me, a very decent match. Shout out to Naomi and Bianca's outfits. They had the outfits from I don't know if you know about this, Madman, but from Bring It On, the movie.
Bring It On,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I thought it was absolutely horrible. I'm like, really, you got to dress like cheerleaders? I didn't like it.
Yes, it was fire. It was fire. That was a fire. For Black reference, Black History Month, that was amazing.
I didn't realize that was like a Black reference, to be honest with you. I thought Bring It On. I didn't even think Bring It On. I thought cheerleader outfit. I was like, really? They're doing a cheerleader outfit? So knowing that it's at least a salute to something, okay, cool. I just felt like that was why?
Yeah, if you just look it up on your phone, Bring It On with Gabrielle Union, and then use
I remember the movie. It's been a long ass time since I've seen it. I remember the movie though. I just didn't realize that's what that was.
Yeah, that's what that was. That's what that was. But yeah, shout out to them. They came out and helped Roxanne. I guess they're gonna present Roxanne as more of a face now, which I think they should, because she's definitely more over now than Live Valkyria, and she barely been on there. Whatnot. When she comes out, she gets more of a pop than her for sure. Roxanne, shout out to her, by the way. We did meet her at the last WrestleMania and got a picture with her, me and Boss Man. She's really nice. She's a really great person. So I liked the match a lot. Wasn't no big complaints to me. I don't know what else they can do with Roxanne other than just being Liv's bodyguard. I hope she breaks off from that pretty soon. I ain't gonna say soon. Raquel. I'm sorry. They both start with R. Raquel. I hope she breaks off from that pretty soon, because I don't see how it benefits her like that. You know what I mean? Because I know they used to be tag team champions and whatnot, and maybe they may get another crack at the titles. But other than that, there's not. I don't think she's gonna take off much just by being on little hip like that. But just my opinion, Miss Kelly. What you think about this match and everything around?
I like the match a lot more than I like Lyra's match, but I guess we can get to that a little later. But I like the fact also that Roxanne won. I know some people, or at least I saw online, some people were thinking that it could have been Raquel, but considering that they just called Roxanne up to the main roster, I wouldn't have hoped they would have ruined her debut like that by having her lose. If anything, I feel like she may have a similar showing to Tiffany Stratton in last year's Elimination Chamber. She may end up being like the star of the match. I don't see her winning it, but I definitely see her having a good performance. I'm not a big fan of her finisher, though. That's probably the only critique I'll give Roxanne. But I do like her overall. And of course, I love Naomi and Bianca's Bring It On outfits. But as far as their interference and them attacking Liv and Raquel, I feel like it's just a way to drag out this Jade Cargill storyline, which that's kind of irritating me too. Does anyone know if she's actually injured or if it's still kind of up in the air?
She had from what I know, she had like a minor injury, but they made it out to be something big, but it wasn't nothing that she couldn't return from. Like after like a month, this is what I've read or seen a couple of times. Please don't quote me if everybody knows, But from what I read, she probably could have came back after like a couple weeks or a month or whatnot. But part of the storyline is better for her to drag it out.
Get here, boy.
I mean, if she's actually injured, then I guess I understand them dragging out the storyline. And of course, if she's just taking time off, that's her prerogative too. But I see her posting on social media, and like she looks great. But I'm sitting here like, girl, your PTO done ran out. I need you to come back and tell us who attacked you, so we can move on, because I'm slowly starting to not care, which is unfortunate. But you say she got that Joel Embiid. Taking too long.
You said she got that Joel Embiid schedule, huh? Yeah.
Hey, I think she's in the movie, right?
Exactly.
Movie? Is she? I'll look it up.
The
but
nominated movie?
Oh, I think so. You might be right.
Yeah.
I think I
If I'm
did.
not mistaken.
I read something. I may have read something about that. I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she shooting the new Terminator movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yep.
I think you're all right. By the way, shout out to Seth Rollins for being in the.
But he has a project outside of WWE.
Jay. Hello.
Yeah. I think we think that Jade Cargill is supposed to be in the new Terminator movie.
Okay.
Shout out to Floyd.
Good
Floyd,
for
what
her.
do you?
I'm still gonna need them to figure something else out with this storyline up.
Like, yeah, but you got a real job over here. All right, Floyd, tell me something, man. What you think about this match?
We on the what match we on now? The Raquel match?
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole deal. I like everything about it. The match was cool. I probably saw one or two hiccups with the girls, and like you were saying earlier, I think she should have hit that pop rock at least twice, you know. And then when she did hit it the last time, she didn't get it all. You know, that kind of made Raquel look a little weak. You know. And to be honest, I'm thinking either Bianca or Naomi attack Jade. That's what I'm feeling at the end of the day.
Yeah, I kind of, you know, most of them were thinking that too. But then when they had the security footage of Raquel and Liv supposedly walking away, and then tonight they didn't deny it at all. Now I don't know if that's just to cause confusion or whatnot, but I think it is too.
Because all they did was just show them walking off, you know.
Yeah,
that's how I'm taking it.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's one of her own partners who did it.
I personally think it was one. I think it should be one of them for the drama and the storyline to keep going. You know what I mean? Now I don't know if it actually will be Bianca because they actually talked about turning her heel before, and they did not want to do it because of her fan base. And all her merch is based off of her being a face for little girls. A lot of little girls buy her stuff, and if she turns heel, it's gonna be kind of hard to, you know, shift everything they got for that. But hey, WWE is WWE, so they gonna WWE that thing, you know, whenever they want. So, Lyle, what do you think about it?
I don't got a whole lot to say about it, except I've never really been a fan of Raquel. I think her music sucks. Her gimmick sucks. Most of her moveset sucks. Her outfit's finally okay. Her ring gear's finally okay. Yeah, that looks all right. But her little look at my shoulder blades pose, stupid. It's never worked. It's always looked dumb as hell. And whatever this new music she has now is absolutely terrible. I'm sorry. No, that doesn't work. All you did was bring this giant up from NXT where she should have stayed and dominated, put her on the main roster, made her bodyguards and job to people. Like she's an absolute joke. Either put her back in NXT or let her go. Personally, is what I feel. That's it.
Hey, Lau, can you do me a favor? Tell me how you really feel about her. Jesus Christ.
You know I don't hold back, brother. Come on now.
It's all good, man. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, hopefully she gets better. Hopefully they do some better stuff with her. But until then, hey, this is what we got. So WWE gonna do what they want to do, especially with the women's division. Shout out to the women's division though. They've gotten a lot better, especially since it's been on Netflix. I feel like the women's division on Raw has been a lot better, in my opinion, as far as the drama and actually being more interesting for everybody instead of just making everything about Liv Morgan. I feel like they've diversified it to everybody now, the spotlight. So shout out to them. So the next little segment that we had, we can talk about this, y'all want to. Karrion Kross once again talking about how Sammy first of all, he talked about everybody damn near. He talked about how people are delusional. They think Jay gonna win or whatnot. Talked about some more things, but the main thing he talked about was Sammy, and he did cut a promo this week and posted online about him calling Sammy's hospital and trying to get a hold to him. Karen Cross trying to get Sammy to turn. Every time Karen Cross runs across somebody and says they're gonna be different, they actually turn different eventually. Every single person, every single one, even if it's not immediately. A couple months later, even down there a year later, they usually turn eventually. I want to see Sammy turn, just not right now. I do want him to keep on being a face for KO. Maybe eventually, if he get in the feud with Cody over the title, then turn heel. But right now, I don't want them to turn heel just yet. So just hold up on that, Kerry. You got anything to say about this, Kayla?
I enjoy Karrion Kross. At first, I really didn't. I guess his gimmick kind of went over my head a little bit. But every week, I think they just give a little bit more, especially if you paid attention. He definitely is like I compare it to him being like the puppet master, and everybody else is the puppet. So I enjoy watching him do what little tricks that he does that eventually leads people to turning heel. I don't want to see Sammy turn heel just yet. I hope they hold out on it. If anything, I want to see Seth turn heel, especially because I already dislike him anyway. I think that'll just give me something more to throw shade at.
Floyd, what you think about the whole Karrion Kross situation?
They need to figure out something to do with him. I ain't really got much to say on Kross. I like he was Killer Kross, but I never really got behind Karrion Kross.
What's up, man? What you got to say?
One of the most underutilized talents in WWE has been since they brought him up from NXT. Let him go, please. That's all I got to say.
You think they should let him go and not do more with him?
No, because they're gonna continue. I told you, anybody that's ever heard me rant about this, how good Karrion Kross is, and TikTok, I'm coming for you. Oh, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. I don't care about his stupid predictions and all the predictions coming true. When it comes to him getting in the ring and settling shit, he loses, and it's fucking ridiculous. So please let him go. He'll be an instant world champion in pretty much any other promotion, or at least a mid-card champion instantly in any other promotion. So let him go, WWE. You've had him long enough. You've strangled him long enough. Let him go.
You know one thing I don't get about them, right? With the whole Karrion Kross thing, he gave his own faction. They let 3 of the members go recently. But it's like, why did y'all have him beat the Y6 if y'all just gonna let the whole faction go? You shouldn't let the
Y6 go
win.
there because we know everyone knows how much I love Bray and the Wyatts, and what they're doing with that is absolutely ludicrous. So I mean,
yeah, they should the Y6 should have won that for sure, because Karrion Kross was losing anyway. Like if Karrion Kross was gonna beat anybody, they should have beat have a random amount of people join up against them, and then Karrion Kross them took them out, and then built up to a showdown with the Y6. The way they did that, I don't like it. Cause now that you don't see the group on TV no more. They're done with it. They got released, so it made no sense. But hey, what do we know, right? What do we know? We just WWE fans that watch this shit all the time, right? Nothing more. But yeah, yes sir. Appreciate y'all for that. All right, the next thing that we have,
that's all.
That's it. Well, mean shit. You know what I mean? We
dollars into the business over the years. That's all. Nothing. Help keep them afloat. Not
much on the podcast talking about it and promoting for free. But that's it. Hey, but check this out though. Next thing that we had on the agenda, we had our boy The New Day. Now, I'm gonna keep saying this, man. Ever since they turned heel, they've been putting that drip on. Now they could have put a shirt on today. You know what I mean? They could have put a shirt on. You know what I mean? But I feel what they were doing, going for the whole mad, evil, you know what I mean, better than you type of vibe. And I like, what's up, little Floyd?
Baby man Storm.
man. What type of fun? Can you hear me? Boy, mute your thing.
No, I mean I can't hear your mic because it keeps cutting in and out. I can hear you when you get close enough or the right angle. Doesn't matter what's going on everywhere else.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like when I take my charger out, it sounds better for some reason. But the New Day came out. Like I said, they could have worn a shirt, but they decided not to, going for the whole evil, I'm better than you thing.
Yep.
So I guess that's what they were doing. But the actual outfit themselves were fire. I like what they're doing since they've turned heel. They've upped up their wardrobe, especially Xavier Woods, because he should just have on any damn thing. But the vibe they give off is great. I love their new entrance music. It's fire. It's way. I knew it was coming because they went out on one of the shows and told them to cut that music and don't ever play it again. So when he said that, I was like, okay, we're gonna get some new music. They didn't have the wrestling attire on tonight, but they did last week. I like the wrestling attire as well. They're cooking. They're cooking right now. They pretty much came out to talk about how what they did last week to Rey Mysterio, and they don't feel sorry for it because Rey Mysterio should not have the balls or the wherewithal to be able to kick them out of the locker room just because he didn't like them. So during this, we got an interruption by the LWO, and Dragon Lee was the one speaking. I'm not sure speaking is his strong point, but he didn't do too bad. He probably just talked about how they're gonna get revenge on them. So they came and attacked them tonight, and I had New Day running up the ramp. So this is gonna be a feud. I pretty much already predicted this when I saw them interacting with Ray. I'm not sure how to feel about it because I think LWO is also one of those talents that they misuse to the fullest extent. If they let LWO go right now, all of a sudden Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, if they let the rest of the other two go, it would suck, but we wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'd be like, yeah, I saw it coming. Yeah. So hopefully this feud does something with them and it helps them get a little more over as far as fan wise and as far as being, recognized. But New Day should win it, I tell you that. If they don't win it, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. Kayla, what you think about this feud that's gonna happen between New Day and LWO?
I honestly don't know how I feel about the feud just yet. Just because, as far as LWO is concerned, obviously love Rey Mysterio, but as outside of him, I never really the other members. I never took much of an interest in. Of course, I love the heat that the New Day is getting. I think it's the switch up that they desperately needed. I hated that it came at the expense of them cutting Big E, but as long as it leads to their growth and development as characters, it'll be all right. But I guess as far as their rivalry with LWO, it'll just have to grow on me and see how it goes. Again, I love the work that the New Day is doing as far as like the heat that they're getting. I think Xavier should let Seth Rollins borrow his jacket and some other clothes from his attire because I don't know what the hell Seth has going on with his stylist. But yeah, the rivalry between the two of them, it'll have to grow on me a little bit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. May Storm, what you think about it?
Hopefully, New Day gonna get these boys out the way, especially since Ray hurt now. New Day gonna get them boys out the way and get back in the title hunt, for the tag belts. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I hope that too. I actually want them to win the titles. The New Day. I think that'll be a fire turn for them. Like they dropped Big E, now they back on track and got titles. I think that'll be a good little storyline for them. Man, what do you think about it?
LWO's trash. Let them go.
Jesus Christ.
I don't want to see LWO versus New Day. Not even a little bit. Nothing in me. I don't even care if Ray wasn't hurt and was leading the charge. I do not want to see Ray and LWO or Joaquin and the other, none of them. Not Dragon Lee, none of them. I don't care to see any of them against New Day. New Day needs to be in the title hunt immediately in the main event areas of the tag team stuff, not dicking around with a job WO. No, done with it. Not excited for that at all. I'd much rather see New Day wrestle anybody. I'd rather see them go against the fucking Viking jobbers, man, than the damn LWO. That is the absolute last team I would want to see them go against. So I'm not for it at all.
For sure. So yeah, we'll just see what they got with that. Like I said, hopefully they do something great with the with New Day. Look like it's gonna be a slow build because a lot of weeks they don't have them wrestle. They just have them out there talking crap. And I'm gonna be honest, it's only so many times you keep on doing that. Since they turned heel, they only wrestle one time. You know what I mean? And there's only so many times you can go out there and talk trash. This week, you know what I mean? Like I said, they're putting away LWO. Hopefully we get some great matches out of that, but hopefully that's it. Don't make it a prolonged feud with them. Get them out the way. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Shout out to them. Hopefully they do right by that. Now, the next thing that we have on the agenda is our main event for the night. We had...
Rock. I think you forgot one match. I understand why you forgot it, but Ivy Nile and Dakota Kai.
Yep.
I forgot that on purpose. Oh,
yeah.
No, it wasn't really just on purpose. I'm glad you brought it back up. I was gonna bring it up, but I kind of did skip over it. Dakota Kai, Ivy Nile. Now, I like Dakota. I like Ivy. I don't like Live Vicarious, so I don't like anything around it. You feel what I'm saying? This match has implications to see who's going to be the number one contender for the women's Intercontinental title. It was a decent match. No, I wasn't mad at the match. Not Live Vicarious. Dakota Kai got the victory, and I'm happy for her. But what's the point of her doing this match? What's the point of them doing this match again? I don't know. Ivy now should have won, especially with the scenario of Chad Gable wanting them to go for the titles while he's taking this small little hiatus. Hopefully Dudley has something planned around it. I don't get that loss. I didn't agree with it at all, and that's the only part of Raw that I was like, I didn't like that at all. It made no sense. Worst part of Raw. Yes. Kayla, tell me something.
That's the only reason why I brought it up, just so I could do like a mini rant. I don't get it. I said, and I hate to see it coming true, but I said in the beginning when they introduced the Women's Intercontinental Championship that it was just going to end up being a prop. You introduce these mid-card titles, and yes, do the women deserve other titles to fight for? Yes, but if you are not going to give them proper booking and creative, what is the point? You have Lyra at ringside, which I don't even think they announced she was at ringside. They just happened to show her on camera. And then you have this match. Ivy loses. So what was the point of her eliminating Lyra in the Royal Rumble in that very short time period for if she wasn't going to win this match? I don't understand the booking. And then you have these mid-card, like let's go back to last week when Lyra, she faced Bayley, I believe, correct? And though it was a great match, you have her competing for an Elimination Chamber spot when she is a champion already. Why not just build her up as a champion and build up the prestige of that title instead of having her lose to Bayley? It doesn't make the math isn't mathing, and it's very irritating.
Kayla, I agree with you 100%. It pisses me off so bad whenever I see any Intercontinental men or women, or in United States men or women, do anything near the world title, because that makes your title look less. Because you ain't gonna never see the world title person going down and say, "Hey, I like the Intercontinental title. I'm gonna go ahead and go for that." Because they're already a damn champion, right?
Seth
What's
Rollins
the
did it
point of
one time. Seth
Yeah, he
Rollins
did
did
it.
it, but it was an authority storyline where they're like, take that title off of
Yeah.
John Cena because John Cena had the U.S. title. So in a situation like that, that works.
But he wasn't. They were going for to devalue John. They
Yeah.
weren't really just going specifically for the United States title. It was more of a piss John off thing than a title thing. You
That's what
don't
I'm
see
saying,
them.
the story.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't. Typically you're not gonna see that. So thank you for bringing it up, Kayla. I was extremely pissed by it. Like the more I talk about it, I'm getting more mad. Go ahead, Floyd. Tell me what you think about this match. Or you can tell me, man, you can tell me first.
I was kind of happy you skipped it, to be honest with you, because it made no sense. Yay, Dakota Kai won. Okay, we know she's injury prone, so either she's going to lose again, and you're going to keep trying to push Lyra, who no one woos for like y'all want her and been trying to shove down her throats. It don't fucking work. I think the only reason they had her win tonight possibly is because, Ivy doesn't get any kind of pop, whatever. Well, you're not pushing her. You're not, that stupid ass shit. Want to be Randy Orton shit. No, I mean, you got to push Ivy. You got to show what Ivy can do, okay? And it makes more sense for her to actually go after and take the belt off of Lyra because then you get heat on her. Even though people ain't all for Lyra, they got more people for Lyra than for Ivy. You got more fans popping for Dakota because, people love Dakota. But come on, face it, she's injury prone. So if you do have her beat Lyra, then what was the fucking purpose of her losing to begin with against Lyra? Why didn't you just have her? It makes no sense. So stupid. The worst moment of Raw, definitely, hands down.
And then they had what at the end, Lyra gets in the ring, she holds her title up as if she's a strong champion.
Just lost last week. Yeah.
Thank you. You're no wrestling there. No, I'm not gonna say no wrestling there. Because she can wrestle. But yeah.
Gimmick's garbage.
Oh my god, the gimmick so bad. It's just so boring. And y'all keep on trying to make me like her. That's what's more. You could be born and try to do your thing. But when WWE try to make me like her, that's what pisses me off the most. Like, I mean, damn, y'all didn't do this for Hit Row. Y'all didn't make us like them. Y'all saw it didn't work and y'all stopped doing it, right? Yep. Like, golly. Lord, tell me something. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, it's like most of the time, or at least in some cases, I feel like Triple H listens. Like he listens. Like he either sees stuff online or he hears the crowd's reaction, and they'll pivot. But it's like they're not doing that now, or that, and they didn't have any creative plans when they introduced these belts in the first place. I think
the plans that they did have
lazy creative.
The plans that they did have, I think it's pretty much working with Chelsea as far as getting her over and being United States champion and whatnot. That's kind of working pretty straight. That's not bad. She may not have had a good feud just yet because people are not behind me Chan like that. But herself,
they booked Chelsea a bit better than what they've done with Lyra. At least Chelsea kind of got over a little bit with the spots that she's done leading up to her winning the U.S. title.
Right. Exactly. I don't like Lyra. All right, Floyd, tell me something.
I don't know much about Lyra Valkyria, but I'll take Ivy Nile over her any day. I like Ivy Nile. I like her physique, and I can see her and Juggernaut teaming up in the future. No, they kind of do the same. One just way smaller than the other one, but they both jacked, and I like that about her. She's small and jacked, so I can see them doing something with her in the future. Hopefully, Well, I don't know nothing about Lyra Valkyria. And
I think she was on. Oh, go ahead.
That IC belt is already watered down. That she has, if you ask me.
as anybody did because of Live Valkyria. And I just believe, like, when they had that match, Dakota versus Lyra, I immediately didn't give a damn about who was gonna win. Because I'm like, no. It should have been either EO or I think I personally wanted to be between EO or once again she on NXT. God dang it, my mind just went blank. Tall girl, the one to go with Trick Williams. Last.
Yeah, last.
I wanted one of them to be the first champion. Cause I thought they would bring some excitement to it, and you know it would get more of a pop to it. Especially since technically Metaphor was supposed to be called up way like weeks ago, or probably like a month ago. They're supposed to be called up technically, but they've still been just doing NXT stuff. They did a little bit with the girls did a little bit on SmackDown, but they haven't really been back like that. But yeah, they should have had somebody else with this Intercontinental title. Especially with it being the inaugural women's title. Like they had, you probably don't know this, Floyd, but they had Lyra Valkyria. Like, she got a small pop in NXT, but that's because they saw her every single week. You know what I mean? They stay in one space or whatnot. So of course they do the little woo thing there because that's what they are. You know, that's what they're supposed to. You're a homegrown person there. But as far as a bigger audience, they come to the scene. I feel like they should have seen that wasn't gonna work like that. And then they had her just everything thing, right? Tiffany Stratton had the women's NXT title belt down there, right? They had Becky Lynch beat her, which I didn't agree with at that point because Becky didn't need it. Yeah, I think they only got Becky to get it just so she can be considered a Grand Slam champion. But whatever, that's a different story. They had Lyra beat Becky Lynch for the NXT title.
Yep.
Lyra Valkyria beat Becky Lynch for the NXT title. Come on now, man. I was like Boosie when I saw that. Come on now, man. Come on, dog. Yeah, like some stuff is like I knew she wasn't gonna get over like that then. If she would have came and got a pop on the regular roster, I would have been surprised. I would never have behind her. Ever. I hated the gimmick. I hated the pose. I remember one time she had feathers in her hair while she was wrestling. They was all over the ring by the time the end of the match. I was like, that was another dumb idea. You know what I mean? Y'all just digging deeper and deeper why I don't like her. But hey, shout out to them. I don't hate her personally. I just don't like her gimmick. You know what I mean? I hope they do change it up and they do something with it because she can wrestle. She can wrestle her ass off the show. She's a phenomenal wrestler. She's just a gimmick. So next thing, all right, we're gonna go ahead and move on for our Papa Blood Vessel. We're gonna go ahead. Yeah, something more interesting. Something that actually made my sheet tonight. We're gonna talk about the actual main event, which I believe was match of the night. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins, and I'm glad this was match tonight because it was the main event of tonight. Now, as y'all know, they have a history, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins did mistakenly injure Finn Balor the night that he won the Universal title when he beat Seth and Roman the same day. So, the injury came from a move from Seth Rollins. So with that being said, the next night, Finn Balor had to relinquish the title right after winning it, and he's pretty much never had an opportunity to get it back since. Now, he's had a successful career, and he's been great in the WWE, but he's never been the exact same because of that reason. And so they have history with this match. This is a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber, by the way. This was a great match. Great match. Back and forth. Seth looked like he was going to stomp Finn Balor on the steps at one point. Finn Balor did move. Around the end of the match, it looked like a little botch fall. I'm not sure if the fall was the way he fell was on purpose. I know he was supposed to land right there. But it's like the way Seth fell off the turnbuckle, it looked kind of scary at one point. But when that happened, Finn Balor came and hit him with the coup de grace. It looked like it's gonna be over 1-2. I actually thought it was gonna be over. I thought like, oh damn, Seth off like that. But Seth kicked out, and we know if you want to protect your finisher, don't hit on Seth. Seth keeps kicking out finishers. Like when he was world champion, he did that week after week. I remember Jay hit him with 2 spears and a splash, and the man still kicked out. I was like, come on now, man. He kicked out a Claymore. He kicks out everything. He gonna kick out of it. Frog splashes, all that. He kicking out of that.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. Yeah. Oh my God. Don't get me started with Cody. I like Cody, by the way, but kicking out of finishers all the time, it diminishes what's called to be a finisher. You know what I mean? I understand you kicking out sometimes, but you always kicking out of a finisher. Nah, if I was Finn Balor, I'd have coup de grace him like 10 times. Make sure he stay down. I mean, that's what Bronson Reed did. Gave him like 7 of those splashes, make sure he didn't get back up and walk away. So you got to with Seth Rollins. You kind of like, you're so good that I got to put a little extra effort in to keep you down. You know what I mean? But like I said, he kicked out a coup de grace. Match went on for a little bit longer. He hit the frog splash at one point, but Finn Balor caught him into a roll up. He kicked out of that again. Around the end, Finn Balor had a crippler crossface on him, and he rolled around, got out of that, and then gave him the stomp. And of course, nobody kicked out the stomp, so you know that was a 1, 2, 3 or whatnot. Yep. So with that being said, that's another kind of irritating thing. If you're gonna kick out everybody else's finisher, somebody got to kick out yours eventually. Nobody kicked out the stomp at all. So yeah, Miss Kayla, what do you think about this main event? I loved it. What do you think about
it? Seth. Look, as far as the match itself, the match was great. Of course, I didn't think Finn was going to win. It's Elimination Chamber. It only makes sense to have Seth in there with Drew, Punk, John, everybody else. But it still was a great match, and I do like that they continue to highlight the history between Finn and Seth. And again, I hope it just leads to Finn getting the push that he so desperately needs, especially considering that he never did really get a chance, in my opinion, to get the title back when he lost it after his injury all those years ago. So even though he did not win this match, and Seth is going to go on to the Elimination Chamber, hopefully once maybe WrestleMania's season has come to an end, we can revisit the Seth and Finn rivalry.
I'll be down for that. I wouldn't mind that at all. Actually, they can make it a little drawn out thing if they want to. And hopefully, the rivalry between Seth and Roman is done with by then, or at least they're not attacking it as much at that point. But Florida, what you think about this match, man?
Damn good match. I get that match 4.5 tonight out of 5, man. That's a damn good match. And, hey, did y'all catch the pedigree on Seth at the beginning of the match?
Yep.
Yeah, he ate
fire.
Yeah. Finn hit that pedigree, man. He held on to him and came straight down. That was nice. But yeah, man, I love that match. Damn show match of the night, Jeremy. And I like the history too. The history, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story right there. I can see them two at Mania.
That's a possibility, but I would kind of be pissed off if that happened. Yeah, Seth Rollins better be doing something wrong. I'm not gonna like it. Something with Roman this year. Yes, this year it got to. Especially what they did at the Royal Rumble, gotta be.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah. For sure. Madman, what you think about? Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, damn good match.
For sure, Madman, tell me something.
I was great with the match. I was okay with it until that huge fuck up towards the end. I'm surprised you didn't mention or bring up with the ref, the obvious 3 count. The crowd caught it. Everyone saw.
Oh yeah.
So It was very professional, and I like the way Seth got legitimately pissed off that dude, you just fucked up our great match. We're having a great match, and you just fucked this shit up. And just the way he played it off with the ref flipped him off like, well, fuck you then.
He told him, suck it. He said, suck it.
Yeah, whatever he did, yeah. Just letting, I did like that part. I thought, okay, you kind of saved a little bit. The crowd loved it, so they popped for him when he did it. Then they can move on, carry on, and finish out the match. But to have such a great match, that killed so much momentum with that huge fuck up. We see it happen from time to time. That's, okay, it can be questioned. There was no question. Like, there was no, just like Penta going out at the Rumble. They keep trying to say, he was the Iron Man of the Rumble. I'm sorry. His feet fucking hit. He messed up. I get it. It happens. Cool. We're not supposed to harp on it. But don't be sitting there throwing out stats like he did this and he did that. And nuh-uh. No, sir, not for me. I'm not going to let that shit go or slide. So I still like the match. It was probably not match of the night for me because of that huge momentum killer. But still a great match. I do love the story. I know the history. I've seen pretty much all of their history. I saw when Finn won that Universal Championship. That's why whole reason I hate that Seth didn't get the buckle bomb ban for so long. He used it for so many years afterwards because he injured Seth and Sting that way. So,
Yes, Sting.
But no, other than that, bro, loved the match. That's all I got to say. I did my spiel.
Yeah, he pretty much took Sting out of WWE at that point. It's with that. He sent it straight over to AEW.
For me, what that did is that ruined any chance of my dream Undertaker Sting match. That's, I think, most people's dream match. That's one of most people's dream matches if they were a fan of both.
But see, I feel like they should have went that route immediately. This is a sidebar. I feel like they should have immediately or if not immediately, like right after Sting's first feud, go straight to the Undertaker because.
And Undertaker and Sting sat down and they had worked out a match, how they were going to finish it, who would win. Like, they have a match that they did, that they worked, decided how they would do it if it ever happened, and it just never got there. And I think it was because of the Seth thing, of the injury. And then he lost to Triple H at Mania before that, or right after that, or whatever his last match was. He lost to Triple H. That was bullshit, too. That was just Triple H and Vince pissing on WCW. That's all that was. That was putting the final nail in the coffin of WCW, saying, see, we've always been more superior. That's all that was. And I thought that was some bullshit.
Yeah, it really didn't make it. It really didn't make any sense because as far as everybody was waiting on Sting to come back to WWE. When he left TNA, we knew he wasn't going nowhere else. We knew he was gonna pop up there eventually. And when he actually did, like I think it was on Raw. The light just went out, and it was just popped up, and he was right there in the middle of the ring with John, if I'm mistaken.
Something I lost my. I don't remember. I just remember I lost my fucking mind because the lights kind of went out, and I heard the crow caw. I'm like, what the fuck? I was watching my homies. Like, what? I was like, it's Sting. It's fun. I'm like a grown ass man. I think I was like 28, something like that at the time when this shit happened. Maybe even younger than that. I'm in the middle of my floor, just fucking losing my shit because here comes Sting finally in WWE. And I grew up in that Attitude Era where I would watch either night. I would choose. Well, we're watching Raw or Nitro. Let's see what's going on Nitro. Okay, commercial break. I'm going to Raw. I'm gonna see what's happening on. Oh shit, Raw. I'll stay there or I'll stay. So, like I said, Sting and Undertaker, NWO, D-Generation X. That was my shit. So. When they finally brought Sting over, I knew the history. I didn't think he'd ever see it, and then they basically lost every match he had over there. And I was just so disappointed.
Yeah, they ain't treating him right at all. I'm glad he left them because of that. Like y'all had the opportunity to make something real special. Actually, Sting probably would have retired over there. He probably would have retired a few years earlier, but things happen. It is what it is, hopefully they reconcile or whatnot, but it's like, if I'm Sting, do I really want to?
I say, no. Look, he doesn't need him. He doesn't need him, bro. He stayed the icon. He got named the icon and stayed the icon without WWE. He was already the icon when he came in, did his short stint with WWE.
Yeah,
he didn't need him. How many people, how many superstars can say they are as big as someone like Sting and they didn't never need WWE to get there. Not
Yep,
very
yep.
many, bro. Not very fucking
Yeah.
many.
Not many at all. Not many at all. Definitely like other than Goldberg, and you know we all know the story behind him. Other than like a name, like yeah, Sting probably one of the only ones that you really didn't need. That's
Kenny
it,
Omega.
pretty much. No, Kenny
AJ
Omega is not as big. They're not. Yeah, AJ Styles. They're not as big as far as known. If Kenny Omega hits WWE right now, we know him as wrestling people, but not as many people are gonna know him. Just like Will Ospreay, we know him as wrestler, but not many globally people are gonna know him. A lot of people knew AJ Styles. I can say that when he actually get to hit the Royal Rumble, he said he didn't expect to pop. He got big pop when he first came in. You know what I mean? So certain people, they just got that name, they just got that effect on people. You know what I mean? So hey, it is what it is. But to get back on subject, that was a great main event match, and we do appreciate them boys for giving us that match. Shout out to the whole Raw. You know what I mean? It was a great show tonight, and that was the end of the show. We appreciate everyone for joining us tonight. I appreciate Miss Kayla. We appreciate Mr. Floyd, first night here. And we appreciate Madman for always stopping by whenever he.
I need to plug a partnership real quick before we go, brother. It's going to take like 30 seconds.
No. Go ahead.
Visit W.com and get your energy on, people, if you need a good energy powder without all the preservatives and bullshit. Hit up W. Use the hashtag FTWMadman as the code. You get 10% off of your purchase. Got a couple of tubs right there, man. It's good shit. Good shit. Coffee bean extract, not all that additive extra bull crap. That's all I got to say. I have partners with them. Shout out to W. I drink it myself. It's fantastic. It does give you no crash afterwards. None of that caffeine, Rockstar energy drink bullshit that you're all jittery. Nah, none of that.
So does it like you drink it just like coffee? Like you grind it just like coffee in the coffee machine?
No. You just bottle about 8 to 10 ounces of water or whatever. You can put in anything to drink, but you just shake it up, mix it up. It's a powder. Boom, you're good to go. Don't do more than 2 doses in 24 hours. I do one in the morning when I wake up, and then at about middle of the day towards the evening, you know, I do my second, and it works. It helps me concentrate, gives me the energy, and I don't have the crash afterwards. I wouldn't plug a product that I don't actually use myself or don't actually feel strongly about. The only thing I will say, and I've already told W this, people, so I think hopefully they're working on it. Their shipping takes a little too long than it should to get to me. Even though I'm in New York, they're California, it shouldn't take me 2 weeks to get an order that I paid for. You know what I mean? So hopefully they're working on that. They're still an up-and-coming company, relatively new, so I understand some hiccups at the beginning. Product's fantastic. Y'all go out. They have a great starter pack that's already like 10% off. It's $14.99. You get a shaker cup, just like the one I got right here, with 3 sample packs of their product. Can't really beat it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And now that is good, appreciate that, Mr. Lau. So that, like I said, that was the end of the show. Please continue to check in with us every Monday for the Wrestling and Chill Monday Night Raw review. Tuesday, we got the NXT review with our boy Roller. He should be there tomorrow. Rolling Bonafide to be there. Wednesday, we got the AEW Mad Family review. That's gonna be your boy Lau down there, and who else joining you on the show? Lau,
Bonafide and Boss Man.
Also, Bonafide and Boss Man. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all didn't add any other people to it. Ruby is also on Tuesdays, by the way. I'm sorry, Ruby. All right, so Thursday we got our boy MTG Gaming and Boss Man. They're gonna do the TNA reviews, and Fridays y'all already know what it is. Please check out me and Bird on the show for Stay Your Ass at Home Friday Night SmackDown review. This past week we did not get to do it because our boy Bird, he's married. His wife ain't going for that. It's Valentine's Day. Hey, chill out with it. You know what I mean? Come join time with me. And we understood. So, you know what I mean? We'll see Bird next time. So anytime there has a PLE, we usually do a review on that as well. This Saturday we are wrestling. So please say your prayer with me and Boss Man as we go down the roads again. 6 to 7 days out the week, man, we're talking wrestling. We're doing some type of wrestling. So thank you guys for joining us. We will be out.
Follow Floyd Maystorm. Check him out. Talented guy. Diamond Land.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that, y'all.